So this topic of discomfort, um, this is so much what I realize in myself. I was just sharing with Liz this morning. I woke up, slept on my neck wrong. And so I wake up with this stiff neck, and how just immediately there is this move to get rid of this move to fix this, almost with a kind of an aggression. And with the back thing of blame, what did I do wrong? So both, yeah, what did I do wrong? And how do I fix this? And both of those are, one's a direction into the past, what went wrong, and one's a projection into the future. How can I fix this? And they are both an avoidance of this present moment. They're both an avoidance of my own self. My own, they're both movements away from my own heart, from the sense of vulnerability. And so this practice, I'm really excited to see what'll come today in this practice of welcoming and building our capacity to be fully present when there's discomfort. And I love this. I could speak so much more, but I want to give Liz some time to talk, and all of you. So Liz, I'm curious, why are you here for this? What brings you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Margot. Thank you for that beautiful orienting practice. So I think, I mean, there are a lot of different reasons why I'm here. I think the main one that I'll talk about is the social justice work that I do, because what I've been realizing is that if I'm not present, that's when I'm inclined to do harm to myself and others. And it comes up most when I'm in the presence of something perceived to be different from me, and all the ways that I might act out and not even realize that I'm acting out around my discomfort. And so if I can notice that moment, and it can be fear, it can be aggression, and there can sometimes even be a little bit of an annihilation sort of energy. It can be freeze. And then if I'm not aware and I'm not tending to myself, I can either be judgmental of myself, or shame can come in, or I can do something that could be harmful or disconnecting to the other person. And so the more that I've been able to work with my own nervous system and catch those moments of discomfort and come back to myself, like you were talking about, Margot, the less likely I am to do harm to others, and the more in touch I am with my own humanity, and the more I'm able to connect with myself and with other people.
Yeah, beautiful. So I'd love to hear why you're here. And so, and with everything that what we're gonna, I guess the plan is that we'll invite you in to speak of why you're here and hear your intention. And from there, I'll guide a little bit into creating an anchor, connecting with a sense of resource in ourselves that we can come back to throughout the practice today. And then Liz will guide us through this really beautiful practice with discomfort. And then at the end, we'll get a chance to share. And if you have something to write with that you could have nearby, that would be good. And if not, now would be a perfect time to grab something to write with and to write on. And with everything we do today, you can have choice to camera on, camera off, speak, pass, get up, use the restroom, take care of yourself. It's a kind of a small group, so I don't think we're going to go too long today. So but really take care of yourself, and there's choice here. Yeah. So we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear, and I can start. You name and where you're located, and what's your intention for today? What is it that you want from this gathering and this practice around discomfort? And so my name's Margot. I live in Como, Colorado. Um, and really what I want today is a sense of open love, that just everything, everyone, I can start to feel it now. This open, spacious love where everything is welcome. So that's my intention. Liz?
Yeah, so I'm Liz George. I use she, her pronouns. I'm in Broomfield, Colorado, which is between Boulder and Denver. And excuse me, I would like just that sense of self-belonging, coming back to self-acceptance, knowing that whatever is welcome, and a tenderness towards all those parts of ourselves that are hard. Somebody shared with me this week that maybe the part of ourselves that we hate the most is exactly what the world needs. And so I'm kind of holding on to that.
Really beautiful. And, you know, I don't always do this, but I was feeling it today also to share that the land that I'm on is the traditional land of the Southern Utes. And there's something about this discomfort that's, I don't know, that I'm feeling that is somehow connected to this land that's not traditionally the land of my people. And I don't know. And so if anybody else wants to share anything about that today. And Liz, do you? Okay. And so everyone else, you can really just relax. Camera on, camera off, whatever feels good to you. And so I just want to invite everyone right now, if you want, just to notice where the feet are resting. You may be wearing shoes or not, or fuzzy slippers like I am. And just, I don't know what it could be like, just to give a moment or two for awareness, just to start to notice what you're feeling at the toes and at the heels. What are those sensations? And if your feet are resting on the ground, you may even feel that slight pressure of the support of the ground underneath your feet. And it may take a moment for awareness to come from the head all the way down there, and that's just fine. Can even move the feet around a bit. That's right. That's right. Just this allowing awareness to fall down. You may notice that something starts to open and relax just a little bit. And you may even, I don't know what this could be like, just to notice the space in between the muscles and the bones inside the feet. And just to notice if there's some place that where there's a sense of ease or comfort, or even a sense of okayness inside this spaciousness of your feet. Maybe tiny as a mustard seed or all over. To notice what that feels like. And if you don't sense it, you could imagine it. And so from here, I don't know what it could be like, just to notice and to recall your intention for this gathering. There were such beautiful words spoken. If you feel in, that's right, kind of let those words maybe fall from the head down a little more deeply, down toward the feet, to really feel those words that you spoke as your intention for this gathering. And just notice if there's somewhere a sense of that already being here just by having spoken those words. What you want. And if you can feel just a little of that, or perhaps a lot of the vibration of those words already in the body, I'm going to invite you to place a hand somewhere on the body to set an anchor. And it could be, you could squeeze your thigh or put a hand on the heart or wherever feels right. And then the hand can fall away. And I wonder if there's ever been a time when you have felt this that you want. For me, it was this, I think, loving acceptance of just what's here. And so, whatever that your intention is, has there ever been a moment in your life when you have felt this? It could have been a brief second, or maybe it was a whole week when you felt this in yourself. And if so, I invite you to really remember this moment or this time where this kind of deep acceptance or meeting yourself was here. And what did it feel like in the body? Who else was there? Someone, maybe no one, maybe your cat. What you see and smell and hear? And if you can get a sense of this, I invite you to bring your hand back to that same place on the body to deepen this anchor. This remembering. And then the hand can fall away. And then I'm curious if there's a person in form or not in form that is the pure essence of this that you want. Or perhaps it's something in nature that is the pure essence of this desire of yours. And I don't know what it could be like to feel that that essence and your essence are the same. This is inside you, you are inside this. There is no separation. And you may be able to feel, sense, or imagine this, or maybe not at all. That's fine. That's right. Really good. And if you can feel that, I invite you to bring your hand back for a third time to this place. Deepen this anchor of your deepest desire here. And the hand can fall away. And so this can be a resource through this practice. And I don't know how this will allow itself to be used or not, but this is you. This is your own resource that you can come back to. That's right. Really good. Mm. And so, Liz, I invite you, if you're ready, to lead us through your gift, your offering for us today.
Yeah, thank you. That was beautiful, Marco. All right. So you might have already done this for Margot's offering, but please make sure that you can find a really comfortable place for your body, just to be able to rest and to be able to settle in. Notice your feet on the ground and your seat in the chair. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes or let your gaze rest. You can leave your video on or off. It's up to you. This will just be a time for you, for connecting with yourself and continuing to create this grounded, connected space. And now notice your breath, just simple breathing. Inhale and exhale. Just following the breath wherever it feels easiest or most pleasurable. That might be at the nostrils or in the lungs or in your belly. And now come back to the sense of yourself and your body in your chair. Feet on the ground. Feel the weight and support of the earth underneath you. Notice that the earth is always here, never letting go. And now, if you're able, feel the air in the room. Is there a temperature, movement, an energetic sense. Let your body be aware of all of the external sensations of the space you're in. Are there any sounds, close in sounds, far away sounds? Are there any smells? Let them come to you if they're there. Just notice all of the sensations happening outside of your body. And now turn your attention inward and notice the sensations happening inside your body. Are there different temperatures inside your body? Warm places, cool places? Is there movement pulsing from the heart or arteries? Your breath in and out, tingling, twitching, a sense of pressure, places you feel more contracted, and places you feel more relaxed. And now I'd like you to bring in the resource that you just created, whether a person, a being, a place, and if you want, you can put your hand on that location for your body that felt most connected to that resource. And bring that resource into your felt sense. Is there a sensation in the body that goes with that resource? Warmth, ease, lightness. Just notice where that shows up. This resource anchor will be available to you as we work with an activation around discomfort. And now, if you'd like, you can let your hand rest back in your lap. So for this activation, I'd like for you to sense into something you have labeled as uncomfortable. Knowing that it is just a sensation or experience that doesn't have meaning other than what you have applied to it. Choose something that doesn't feel too intense, just maybe a 4 or 5 on a scale of 1 to 10. It might be something that you don't want to feel, like anger. Or it might be something familiar, like shame, helplessness, or despair, that creates a sense of tension, or what you name as discomfort when it arises. It might be a certain person or situation in your life that leads to what you call discomfort when you encounter it in your mind or environment. It might be a sensation that you've labeled as pain. We are going to work with the sensations of this experience. Of course, you may have a story that brings the situation into view for you. Something from your past, some wrong done to you, some unconscious or implicit memory that warns you not to go there. For our time, We are going to allow it all. Yet the invitation is to be particularly interested in the sensations. So as you've noticed the situation you have labeled discomfort, observe where it shows up in your body. Could be your shoulders, your back, the pit of your stomach. Maybe your breath increases. Notice where it rests in the body. Is there a temperature that goes with it? Is there movement, heaviness, or lightness? As I am inviting you to venture into the sensations you have identified with discomfort, we are going to try several ways of relating to it, to be curious about it. Throughout the different invitations, please remember that you can always return to your resource. First, I would like for you to imagine taking the discomfort and putting it outside of yourself. You can put it across the room, down the street, in another state, or even in outer space. We're just trying to create a bit of distance for you to be able to be aware of the discomfort, but not be overwhelmed by it. So test out how it feels to put the discomfort at different distances until you get that just right place where you can be aware of the discomfort and still present to it, not overwhelmed by it. As you find this just right distance, what occurs to you? What happens in your body? Do the sensations change? Do things get lighter? Do you feel more here? Do you feel more clarity? And now another experiment. Bring the discomfort closer to you again and imagine feeling just 5 or 10% of it. Again, that just right amount where you can be aware of the discomfort and still present to it. Again, not overwhelmed by it. And now see what happens in your body. Does the sensation shift to another location in the body? Are you more able to feel the sensations? Does the temperature shift? Does your breath shift? Are you aware of tension? And now, from this place of feeling that just right amount of discomfort, we are going to invite the discomfort into the body. Locate the discomfort in your body. Stay present to it here as much as you are able. Where is it exactly? Does it stay in one place? Does it move around? Does it come and go? Get curious about its shape and texture. Perhaps you can draw a circle around it or sense the edges of it. Be open to looking at this discomfort in a tangible way that might be entirely new to you. And now notice that these sensations are occurring entirely in your body. Consider that all that you are feeling arises from within you. Try on the thought that your discomfort isn't about the situation imagined, but about your body's reaction. That's the source of your discomfort. If you notice any resistance to this step, that's okay too. Just notice whatever sensations arise from the resistance. Are they different from your initial discomfort? What are they like? Feel now what is happening in your body. Recognize these feelings as parts of you showing up the only way they know how. Say hello to them. Give them a seat at the table. Open your heart to them and hear what they have to say. What do they want to tell you? Check in with your body again. Has anything changed? Have the sensations become stronger or weaker? Do you note any different sensations? Perhaps connected with relaxation and well-being. Whatever happens during this practice, welcome it as best you can with kind attention, knowing that if it is too intense, you can put it far away, feel a smaller percentage of it, or return to your resource. And now we are going to move out of this practice by coming back to the resource that you identified. And you can put your hand on the location of your body if you'd like. And I would like for you to imagine the discomfort and this resource sitting side by side. Imagine that you are making friends with that which you have labeled discomfort. While connected with your resource, you can turn and smile at the discomfort. You can actually curve the corners of your mouth upward as you keep your mind's eye on what it is that brings you discomfort. We are inviting discomfort in so that it's integrated as part of our experience rather than turned away from. Now take a breath in and tap into the resource, and breathe out and smile at the discomfort, putting more space between you and that which brings you discomfort as you lift the corners of your mouth again. Breathing in, tapping into resource, and breathing out, creating more space from the discomfort as you smile. And one final time, breathing into the resource, knowing you are resourced. Your feet are on the earth. There are people who love you and who you love. Amazing things that make life worth living during times of difficulty. And breathing out, sensing even more space around the discomfort, giving it space, holding it, and smiling at it. And one more of those gonna close us out.
Mm. And as you feel this space, between what is called you and what is called discomfort, I'm curious, what could it be like if even those labels fall away? If even these labels, names of you and discomfort just somehow dissolve, dissolve as this space. So there is no one, and this that gets called discomfort reveals itself. Of reveals itself as essence. And something can be discovered here as all these labels fall away. Something can reveal itself. No one, no inside, no outside, no body. Mm, really good. Just rest. No one to be and nothing to do. And I'm curious what it could be like from here, just to allow the eyes to open and move around this apparent form of room. And just notice what's different. And perhaps the hands can just move across this apparent form of someoneness. Where this whole play is unfolding. And then what can it be like to turn toward the screen and see these apparent others? And just notice what's different. Really good. Thank you.